abstract. Yeah, it's complicated what you say, the way you act. Well, it makes me so confused. I don't know what to do anymore. Can't you just make up your mind? My heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there is a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting. Still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. How it hurts to see you smile, like a dagger in me. She just seems so juvenile. I just want it to be me. I wanna set your world on fire. Oh, just so sure I'll stick around. Oh, my heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there is a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting. Still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. Oh, even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting. Still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Oh, baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be.
Hello, everyone. Welcome all. I'm seeing a lot of comments in there. Thanks for joining us. My name is EllyMae with Silhouette Secrets Plus, and you'll also find me online as Swift Creek Customs. I have been a silhouette instructor and teaching silhouettes since 2016, and I have a website, silhouette-secrets.com. I teach classes on Teachable. I teach in-person classes. But before that, I've been a paper crafter for almost 20 years now. When I added that up, it's really hard to believe. So I originally started with a Cricut, and then I just sort of have expanded as we go along. So I have the most knowledge with Silhouette and also with the Caesar cutting machines. In my class, I want to share this with you. This is the card. And I show how to design it completely from scratch in the Silhouette Studio software. But don't let that intimidate you at all, because it can be created also in other software programs as well. So you could do this in the Cricut, in Illustrator, in whatever program you're using. You could use the same techniques I do. Even if you don't have a cutting machine, you could do this with dies. And I also included PDF files. So if you wanted to hand cut your flowers and do it that way. So there's lots of options. My class is to give you some ideas, and anyone can do this. So I want to thank the Stamp Me Some Love for hosting this. This is so awesome. And I love attending these events where we can learn more techniques. And no matter what you use, what supplies, you can always look at ways to adapt that. So thanks for joining me. And please, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. So this is so great. Suzette says, if you've never used the Silhouette Studio before, what advice would you give a first-time user? Be patient with yourself. You are learning a new skill Even if you have experience with previous software or cutting machines, every single software is different. I always think back to when we first learned like Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel. We weren't experts the first day. I'm still learning all of those programs too, and they change all the time. So be patient with yourself and start simple. I see a lot of people that dive right in and try to create really complex projects, and they get frustrated and they quit. But be patient with yourself. That's the biggest thing I can say. Everybody can do it. I know you can. Everybody can. So great question though. Angela Clark, I don't use the Silhouette. I came to watch to see what differences there are with the Cricut products. Every software and cutting machine is going to be a little bit different, but you can take the ideas and the shapes that I show you how to create in the Silhouette Studio software. You could use those in the Cricut software as well. So I know there's other tools. The terminology is sometimes different in that. That's the biggest part between the different softwares. And some things are easier in one software program than they are in the other. The biggest thing about Silhouette is it gives you the flexibility when you create your designs. Those designs are your own, and you can save them outside of the software, or like this file that I created and shared with you. I could sell this file. It is my own. I can export it from the Silhouette Studio software. So that is one of the biggest things, but you can create with my class, no problem with using other software or other products even. Lots of questions I see popping up. They go so fast. I do have, okay, Cynthia says a short summary of what Silhouette Studio is. Silhouette Studio software is the program that you can design and create with to cut to Silhouette machines. So a Silhouette cutting machine is just another type of machine like a Cricut. There's different models that do different things. So we have the Cameo model and the Curios. The Curios can do etching and different things like that. There's lots of different things that we can do with those. So it's similar to your different models in the Cricut as well. So your Maker does different things than the Explorer. So it's just another cutting machine that people use. But I also use it in conjunction with all my other tools. So you'll see in my classes that I used some flower shaping tools. You can combine a lot of different things, paper shapers. Use the tools that you have on hand. Amy Butler says, is it worth to get the Silhouette software if you don't have a Silhouette machine? I've heard both ways. I would say that's dependent on the user. That's dependent on you. Yes, you can use the Silhouette Studio software to create. You can use the Silhouette Studio software Basic if you're doing sublimation, because you can print from Silhouette Studio Basic. If you want to create designs and you want to export those, you would need the Business Edition upgrade, which is a one-time upgrade fee, and you can have that active on up to 3 computers. So you have a lot of different options in there, and it's a really good program to design within. There's lots of different programs out there that you can design within. My expertise is with Silhouette Studio and now the Caesar Leonardo Design Studio software. So to give you a little background, I started with Cricut when they had the little disc on the CD, and I took their software and maxed it out. Like I could not get any farther in their software than that. And then I switched over to a Silhouette machine because I won a Silhouette in a digital scrapbooking contest, which sounds absolutely silly to me, but that's how I ended up getting started with Silhouette. So great questions. Christine Davis says, is it easier to share projects in Silhouette? Yes, you can email a Silhouette Studio file to somebody. You can save it to your hard drive. If you just have basic software, you would be saving it as a studio file. So anybody else that has a studio or has Silhouette Studio could open that file type. If you want to export it as a different file type, such as an SVG or JPEG, PDF, PNG, then you would need the business edition in order to export as that file type. But again, it's a one-time fee and you can usually find it on sale. So Stacy says, I do die cutting and punches. How does this differ and why should I add this to my stash? It's another tool. If you are into technology or you like to use your computer to do the design work, then you can, it's a tool that might be useful for you. It might not everybody likes using computers, or the best part about using your software and your cutting machines is that you're not limited. You don't have to buy dies every time you want to create something new. So you can pull an image in, pull an SVG from, say, Shelly. I saw Shelly in the comments here. Shelly, we can make that. Grab an SVG file from her, and you could cut that with your Silhouette, or your Cricut also uses SVGs. So your cutting machines are just another tool in tech, but it uses technology. It's not difficult, but it does take time to learn for everybody. Heather S. says, does Silhouette Studio work with Windows tablets? Yes and no. There is a Silhouette Go mobile app that will work, but you have to consider that tablets are limited, very, very limited. It's very difficult to put a full-blown software program onto a tablet and have it function the same way as full-blown software. I still love to design on a computer and use that there. There are just design limitations within the Silhouette Go app. It's been in beta and it has been improved after we were at the Silhouette Summit in last September. They did improve on that, and there's another beta version that's been released. Since this last Silhouette Go has been released, it's never really come out of beta, which just means that it's a test version. So there can be some bugs in there, and I see different things there. So yes, you can use it with a Windows tablet or any other mobile device, but it may not be as easy to use. So lots of questions. Thank you. And if I don't get to your question in the group, I will try to answer and keep track of those and go through those. So let's see. So let's see, one more. Sharon says, what are the best ways to learn the features of Silhouette? So I have a couple resources for you. First, I would say go out to the Silhouette Secrets website. It's www.silhouette-secrets.com. I've been putting out blog tutorials since 2016. I have an A to Z list on there for Silhouette. And so you can go through there. I have a lot of resources on just getting started. But the biggest thing is just get in and start playing. If you post in the group, I can link some tutorials, or go on to Facebook, and you'll find me on Facebook, the Silhouette Secrets with EllyMae Facebook group. And we answer questions in there and troubleshoot all the time. So lots of resources. I also have classes on the Silhouette Secrets Teachable site, which you could find through the website as well. And those are step-by-step. They're heavily focused on software. My goal is to teach you how you can create yourself. So my goal is not to make you dependent on me for life. My goal is to teach you the skills, and you can use those skills for future projects. And so far, I have a lot of great feedback on these classes. So let's see. Cynthia says, it sounds like you're really into designing and have ideas that you want to make reality. Where do you get your inspiration? Well, I'm not a designer. I can design. I know the tools and I can design, and sometimes I do create, but I find that I spend more time deciding on a font or deciding, I critique my work more. I can design. I get ideas I scroll Pinterest at night. I'm one of those people that watches TV and does something else at the same time. And so I'll just sit at night and pin ideas. And so I just kind of get inspiration from there. I also get ideas and inspiration from these events because I get to see new techniques from other instructors. So I would highly encourage that even if you don't think you're interested in a class, that you might want to watch it, because I always pick up these little small nuggets along the way. And maybe I won't use it now, but I might think of that later in my process and in my creative, idea sorting phase. It's really just a process. A lot of times I think of things at night when I'm asleep, and then I can't sleep. I wake up just creating in my head all the time. So yeah. I do want to mention, that I do have a bonus as well. There's a VIP bonus. So if you're a VIP, you get an additional silhouette class from me. And then I also have a bonus if you do the VIP through my link, and I show you how to create 5 additional projects from one flower that you create in the class. So just giving you an idea that you can take one design and you can make so much more with that. So Erin, if you want to pop that back up there. Judith says, I was gifted a silhouette and it sat on the table for a few months. I felt very intimidated with trying to use it. Can I modify a design that I downloaded? Yes. Typically you can. Of course, it's going to depend on how the design was created originally. And, if it just depends on your comfort level in the silhouette software. In the beginning, it's going to take you longer to learn how to modify things and to add to them or create with them, but you can definitely do that. Trying to watch the comments as they go by. They're scrolling by all the time. Lives are new for me. So this is, I'm just glad my internet connection's good. Jill says, I have a tough time picking fonts too. That is my biggest thing. Everybody loves to collect fonts. And then I find that it takes me forever to scroll through those and just pick them. And so if you see, I try to show this when I'm doing my blog posts and to see the behind the scenes and the work, but I'll have 25 or 30 different font styles off of my silhouette mat, just trying to pick a font. And oftentimes I'm like, hey, can my husband or my kids, can you come tell me which one looks best? Because I'm not really the, my husband picks the curtains in the house. My husband does all the colors in the house. I don't have that kind of style. I don't have any style really. So Terry says, what was your Facebook group again? You can find me on Facebook at Silhouette Secrets. And then the Facebook group is Silhouette Secrets with EllyMae. Shelly says she has a bazillion fonts. And Shelly's Shelly's a designer. Okay, we have about 2 minutes left. Any other questions? Christine Davis asks, do you use the Silhouette Mint for stamping? Yes, I love the Silhouette Mint, and I have several blog tutorials on that on my website. I don't believe I'll be putting out brand new information, just because if you have a Silhouette Mint, use it. Use it until you can no longer get supplies. But the Mint is discontinued. It's no longer manufactured. So some of those supplies are going to be coming into short order soon, but it is a great little machine. And just time and technology is why machines are eventually discontinued or no longer manufactured. It's just how the industry goes. So, but I do love it. I have a whole stash. It's kind of embarrassing how the stash that I have of Silhouette Mint, because I stock up when they have Black Friday sales and things like that. So Cynthia says, did you personally create any of the artwork behind you? Okay. Everything you see behind me, except that owl, I have created. So the flowers, directions. These flowers are part of the bonus class. And you can also purchase that bonus class for $15 if you aren't on the VIP from me. But everything back here, I have created. I'll move my head here a little bit, wrong direction. Crepe paper, flowers. This is another flower project from that bonus class. I have HTV, shadow boxes. So I really try to incorporate. I think the hardest part for me is, like I said, I'm not really home interior decorating designer. So swapping that out behind me is a challenge for me sometimes, because everybody wants to do the seasons and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of times you'll see mine just kind of stays there. The earring display I put back there just so that I remind myself to put earrings on when I go to do a class or a video. So that's cut on my Glowforge, and it was a pre-made design, and I just put it back there. So, well, it looks like we are getting close to the end of time. That doesn't mean the questions have to stop. So if you have questions for me, please put those in the Facebook group or in the video comments. I will come back online on the Facebook group. Also, Google Silhouette Masters. We just started a new community that is off of Facebook due to some of the things that we've experienced, all of us, this last week. So we have a lot of different resources that you can reach out to us. So if you do have any questions, feel free to tag me in the group. I'm listed as EllyMae, and I will answer anything that you do have. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Great. I love this. Yeah, the earring thing that's a lifesaver. And then all those earrings I've made just along the way. Some of those, there's Amy Romeo's faux leather snowflake earrings. I love to create and just to share. So I hope you enjoy all the classes with this card maker success. I see Judith says, how do you use a pen to write with the Silhouette machine? So it just works just like a cutting tool. And I just put out a new blog post on that. So make sure to go out to the Silhouette Secrets website and click on the blog button, and you'll see a new tutorial that I just put out with some sketching resources if you're interested in that. Awesome. Great. This is awesome. Thanks so much. Again, if I didn't get to your question, no problem. I will answer those in the Facebook group, and I hope everybody has an amazing time creating. It is definitely fun. Awesome. Bye, everybody. Thank you.